Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome. I am your host, Nathan Lockhart. Unfortunately, doing this for the second time because our audio got fucked the first time. I am your host, Nathan Lockhart, aka One Hot Dragon. I am joined by Fraser, the whore for horror, aka damn it, best F-bomb and drop guy I know. Here we go. How are
it's
you,
really
Fraser?
not as good the second
It's
time.
really not. It's really not.
I'm great. I'm doing great, mate. I've had a huge week. I'm happy to be here. That's it. Love it.
And I am also joined. I am also joined by Toot Toot. Get aboard the emulation station. It's the PC guru, Russel, here to show off his PC specs. Emphasis on pecs. How are you, Russell?
It actually is as good the second time.
Get used to it because it's happening every week, baby.
And it's just
I am all right. Not too bad. Not too bad.
I'm glad
What you want me to run? You wanted me to run it back and say I'll get in my car and drive off again?
Yes. Yes. The first time he was like, "I'm getting in my car and leaving forever. Goodbye."
Are you, Nathan? Are you sure you're getting all this time?
I am. Let me double check. I'm sure. Okay. Wait. Say
Okay.
something, Russell. Okay. Yep. We're good. All right. Had a little bit of a heart attack there. And I'm not done, audio listeners. If you're a visual watcher, then you already know. But if you're an audio listener, this is a surprise. We got a fourth guest. It is he's not a part of One Direction. No, he's not a wizard. It's Harry. How are you?
You're not a wizard.
Oh,
Maybe he is a wizard. You don't know these things.
I could be.
We just said
could
you can't
be.
put Harry
Well,
in
if
a
he
box.
is, we're gonna keep it a secret, guys. Shh.
He's definitely not in One Direction. But...
No. I haven't got the voice for it, I'm afraid. That's what kept me out, definitely. Actually, yeah, and to be fair, Nathan, you and I haven't jumped on Quidditch yet, so I haven't been able to show off my powers as a wizard, so we need to get around to that, man.
We really do, dude. I love that game so much. What do you run in when you play Quidditch? What's your favorite position?
I bounce between. I always start chaser just because I like to get up quick, get a goal in, just to sort of get myself going, get a head start on the board, and then I love bouncing to the beater. I love just sort of hunting down particular players. Screwing with the keeper, always a good laugh. And then immediately, if their seeker shows up and I'm just like I don't want to chase, then stick with the beater. Just take out their seeker and let yours just chase the snitch around for a bit. But yeah, it's really surprising, honestly. That game I found I'm not a sports game guy at all or anything like that. Generally, you have to kind of trick me into enjoying them, and that's kind of what Quidditch did, was kind of trick me into enjoying a kind of sports game, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing here. Me and my wife just watched Harry Potter. Well, she's been reading the book since we got married, and I just now watched it for the first time this year. So we went from directly watching it for the first time and then going right into playing the Quidditch game. And, I'm the exact same way. I'm not a sports guy, but I'm like sitting there in the living room, like jumping off the couch like I'm watching a sport. It was... Quidditch has been awesome. And I like being the seeker for like when I first went into the game. But once after we hit the medium spot... and go into like the hard mode, then I switched over to beater because like you said, it's like you can just fuck with the keeper all day, and you can you can attack the seeker as well. So you can literally just that's the only way I was able to get through the campaign on the hardest difficulty, by just being the beater and going after the seeker. Super awesome.
You kind of do like in those that later difficulty, you do kind of have to start like working out what you're best at, you could try being the seeker and keeping up with them, but the computer gets kind of tough.
Yeah.
You know, I found it really hard to try and do the thing where they want you to use your Seeker to try and bash the other one away.
Yeah.
I can never do that. It just doesn't happen. So I ignore that and I stick with the beta, who works for me well. And I'll tell you what, they've done a good job with the atmosphere, because going from like the Hogwarts field to the what's the intermediate one they have? Because you've got the House Cup and then you've got the Triwizard. That's it.
Yes. Yep. Or wait, is that the final one?
Yeah. No, because
no. It is a Triwizard. Yeah, it is a Triwizard.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so you go from like the houses to the Triwizard, and then you got the World Cup. And I love all three feel great, but then the World Cup is it does feel like you're playing like a sort of international kind of scale event they did a really good job with that game, and I think it's still being supported pretty well. Like they did a Halloween event. I can only imagine they'll do a Christmas event. It's really cool. I recommend it to people.
Awesome.
Worth a try.
Awesome. Let's go ahead and get into the intro here. Today we are going to talk about Con Survivor Instinct and Two Falls review. The Mass Effect show has been announced this week, and the Halo 2 20th anniversary is this week. I wonder if we'll have a Halo trivia game at the end. I don't know. But first, the Gamer Social Club is a place where gamers from all around the world come and share their love for video games together in a positive environment. Our goal is to give gamers a platform to share their experiences, to add to the conversation in the games industry, and to give more gamers a sense of community. Oh, and bring a little more happiness into your life. All right. Can't forget that one. Can't forget that one. So, let's go ahead and go around the room here. I'll start off with Fraser and end off with Harry because I want to get to know Harry more. Fraser, tell us about your big ass week.
So, I don't know if you remember or not, but over the last couple of months, I have been in the running for a pretty crazy new job. I got it.
Woo!
And so it is.
Let's go.
I got the phone call on. Fuck, what day was it? Thursday.
Yeah.
And had a bit of a chat with them. So essentially, Australia and Melbourne has a very big coffee culture. Melbourne has got a barista academy, and I am going to be running it. So
amazing.
It's like a full-on big boy job. There is a worldwide coffee grading course that this academy runs. So I'm going to be doing that. Going to be getting my Q grader certificate, which means that like green, before you roast coffee, it's green, and it's given a score between 0 and 100, and there's a worldwide scale of that. So I'll be able to quality check green bean, which essentially means like that's how much the farmers can sell it for. So it's going to be a huge journey and a huge overtaking, but I'm so excited. Like it's kind of been one of these roles that I've been ready to do for ages, but they just do not come about. Yeah. Like once you have a role like this, that's kind of it. Wow. So, pretty excited.
I'm so happy for you. I messaged you. I was like, dude, I can feel your stress relief from all the way in Ohio.
Yeah, just like on. And like it's also wild because like the job that I'm at now, someone's just resigned. And because of the hiring process of this other role, because it's been such a long time, I've kind of been covering my bases. So I threw my hat in the ring for this promotion at the job that I'm at now.
Oh, no.
And I had my interview. And then like literally 2 hours later, I got the call saying like, oh, we want to offer you the job. So,
oh, man.
So, so I sat through that interview. Look, who knows? I'm going to be withdrawing my application for the promotion on Monday, and I'll be handing in my resignation on Monday as well. So it's one of those bittersweet things because I love what I do and I love the people that I work with. but this is such an opportunity that I'll be a fool to give it up.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt any of your coworkers would sit there and be like, "What the hell, man?"
Yeah, right. And the other massive thing, bloody Farming Simulator's coming out in a couple of days. I've got my setup all ready to go, but I had because my steering wheel came off the shelf, I needed something to fill it. So I got myself this Fallout, what is it, T-51B?
It looks sick.
Power armor helmet, doesn't it just?
It really does.
And I didn't know, but it's got like a voice changer on it. So you put it on, and you press a little button on the head, and it's like, brr, 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 brr. It's very cool.
That is awesome.
So that's cool. Probably the biggest news of my week.
It was the helmet.
Definitely.
You saved the best to last.
Yeah, right. I bought it, and I never told Monique that I'd bought it.
Oh no!
And it turned up, and she sent me a picture, and she's like, "You've got a package," and it's this box is fucking huge. And I don't know where I'm gonna put the box. I think I'm just gonna throw it out.
Oh no!
I got nowhere to put it, dude.
Do you keep your boxes?
Do you know what? I don't.
Oh, dang it!
I don't. I throw most of them away. I used to keep them.
You keep your boxes?
I used to. I've got every Assassin's Creed special edition that's ever come out.
Oh.
And so I had 15 boxes just sitting around.
They were all about.
Yeah, they're big. Yeah, they're big. So I just threw them all out. We got one as a coffee table. I got the Egyptian one is just in the lounge, and we've just got it as our coffee table. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, what else has been happening in my week? Dude.
Well, Megan's here. Harry keeps his boxes too. For all of his collectors.
Am I being used as fodder in your?
She always makes fun of me for keeping all my boxes. All right. Yeah. So I'm just, letting her know, like, hey, I'm not that weird.
Yeah. There are dozens of us.
She said, I guess Harry's special, just like you. My gosh.
It's not wrong.
Good.
Listen, I got we got a storage unit.
Oh my goodness.
Dude. A real story.
I got a big what's the real story? Okay, go.
We were moving, and I literally bubble wrapped, hand wrapped all his statues, and he unpacked the box so he could re-put them all in the individual boxes.
Oh my! You're a fool, Nathan. You're a fool. That's
another level.
Listen, I've got like my McFarlane action figures or whatever. They got their swords and shit, and it's like they gotta stay in their original packaging. That way, the sword doesn't just fall out and fall into the cracks of a cardboard box and then get tossed out when you move. Anyways, back to you, Fraser.
You're gonna hate all that extra stuff. I just throw it out.
Yeah.
Like all the extra swords and the guns and the weird little stuff. I'm like, nah, fuck it, I don't want that. And I just throw it out. Yeah. But yeah, so I've been playing so much fucking Call of Duty Zombies this week. Like I said last week, Monique and I've put the Series X out in the lounge, and we've just been fucking playing zombies like to wee hours of the morning. It's been such a magical thing. Mon's been off work, and I've been at work, and I'll get a message, and I'll open it up. She's like, I got to level 25, and yeah, it's been really cool. And I've bought my Series X back into the office here so I can do some work today. And the first thing she did when she got up, she's like, "Oh, you've taken the Xbox." It's like, it broke my heart. So yeah, I've set up the one in the lounge and downloaded the Call of Duty 6 on that.
Yeah.
So she'll be playing that.
What have you thought about getting a Series S?
I have,
Yeah.
but the PlayStation 5's probably above that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need it for work. Like, funny that, right? I need it for work.
It's awesome, isn't it?
Dude, it's so cool. Like, it's just been tax time, and my YouTube channel's monetized, and this is the first year that it's been monetized. So I was like, fuck, I probably should go to the tax man and make sure that I'm doing everything properly. In Australia, there's this weird gray area with things being a hobby versus a business. So because it's only been a year and I didn't set out to make money, it's classed as a hobby.
Wow.
So I have a hobby that makes me money at the moment.
It's crazy.
Which is pretty cool. Yeah.
Very nice.
So it's been weird. So just like buying all these things for work.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
That is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's been my week. It's been busy. My head's been swimming. Like, obviously I want this job, but then also like some other things come up, and it's just been wild. But yeah, that's it. It's me.
So over the moon for you. I told Megan the second you messaged, and we were both freaking out for you.
So good.
So biggest question I have for you, Mr. Coffee Man, is I'm on the hunt for new coffee beans. What am I looking for?
Well, it all depends how you drink it and how you prepare it.
Okay.
So if you have a espresso machine, obviously you're looking for, like, there's different roasts of coffee. Like, espresso is darker, filter is lighter. Depends if you have a grinder or not. If you don't have a grinder, then you need to buy pre-ground coffee. The minute that you grind coffee, it starts to lose its gases and everything that's in it. So you, like, literally you grind it, and then fucking an hour, 2 hours later, and it's no good. So you're wanting to find something that is fresh as possible. Don't keep it in the freezer. Keep it just like in the cupboard, sealed. Yeah, there's so many different things that you can look for. Do you like strong coffee? Do you not? Do you have it with milk? Do you have it black? Do you like fruity, more floral notes? Or you like stone fruit? Or do you like a full-on, like, Italian espresso where it just fucking kicks you in the dick?
Yeah.
Like, there's so much. I could talk about it for hours.
That is amazing.
This is not a coffee podcast.
It's not. But dude, we could talk about this for a long time because I love talking about this. I was actually surprised by how much you just stated that I already knew. But yeah, it's funny because I don't consider myself like a coffee snob. But then I realized I was a coffee snob when I was listening to this podcast, and he's like, I just went through Wendy's and got my coffee, and I'm like, what are you doing? Why would you drink that water?
I have a secret. I really like McDonald's coffee.
Really?
On a
wow.
On a Saturday or a Sunday morning.
Fired? No, I'm just kidding.
I know, right? I'll head down to the local McDonald's and grab Mon and I coffee.
Yeah.
Like, and I on the weekends I drink Nespresso. I drink instant coffee. I just love it all, dude.
Yeah.
It's all got a place. Yeah.
Back
to video games.
Yeah, back to video. So
I've also been playing this fucking sick little indie game called Hong Kong Massacre. I don't know if anyone's heard of it. It's like a little indie game. I'd never heard of it. It was on sale on the Xbox store, so I just picked it up. It's based off like old John Woo action films. It's like a top-down isometric view, and you walk through areas and you just fucking murder everyone. It's like old school, like Chinese, Japanese kung fu action films where you're diving through windows with dual pistols, just blasting people away. But it's like instant kill, so you just die, and then you have to like go back and try it again.
Really?
It's very fun. It's very fun.
What game is this called again?
Hong Kong Massacre.
Okay. That sounds awesome.
Yeah, it's very fun. So it's been Call of Duty, Hong Kong Massacre, and coffee. That's been my week.
Okay. All right. I love it. And then, Russell, what you been up to, buddy?
I guess to piggyback off of what Fraser said, I've been playing a little indie too. I wish I could say I've been having as much fun as he has. I don't know how much we should get into that though.
I don't know if we can all have a week as big as getting a T-150 helmet.
Yeah. And there's that job promotion moving on thing, but who cares about that?
Yeah.
Right.
It's the helmet
I
thing.
got a Fallout helmet.
Yeah, honestly, look to the website for the next week or two, hopefully. I may have an axe to grind with this game. But maybe we shouldn't get too into that.
With Binding of Isaac?
I've told you guys no. The indie game that I've been playing. This is a different. I've told y'all a little bit about it behind the scenes. Remember the one with the key issue?
Yes.
Where I got the key 2 weeks early, but then was just a regular retail key, and they didn't give me the press key to go with it. It's that game.
Oh, okay.
So, when that review drops, as it stands right now, I cannot finish the game in the state that it's in. So when it does drop, I wouldn't expect positive things, but I'll save the name. That way the audience has something to look forward to. Other than that, been playing a lot of Binding of Isaac on my Steam Deck, because of course you can't really play a game that keeps crashing your big boy PC. I have been making retro handhelds fight themselves on my YouTube channel, and that's been doing really well. That's not an exaggeration at all, actually.
I'm enjoying it. Yeah. Keep them coming.
I have not slept very well at all in the past week, and last night I was just really fucking sleep deprived and got this idea for the short, and I was like, God, this would be stupid. And it was, and now the short's doing fairly well, so
it's great to hear.
Yeah, so when Fraser said with his YouTube channel to do shorts, I highly recommend that.
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as anything else goes, I think that's about it, actually.
Well, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
Not much else to say.
Cool. And then Harry, tell us a bit about yourself.
Welcome.
Welcome. We're
Harry.
so glad to have you on here. Listen,
Thank you.
guys, if you are not familiar with who Harry is, Harry joined the team not that long ago, and honestly, he's making us all look bad. So I'm going to need you to take a couple months off and stop writing things so we can all catch up. But seriously, I'm so happy to finally get to talk with you. Harry is the nicest dude, I swear.
Thank you. No, I've been really excited. I mean, as soon as I joined, obviously on the Discord and stuff like that, super lovely, warm welcome from everybody, all of you, and everybody else as well. And yeah, it's been great. It's been really nice to be part of a team. When I started this year, started the blog, I think literally within like a week or two of Dano setting up Gamer Social Club, and I started my own thing, and we kind of crossed paths on Twitter, saw each other, posting our own stuff, and we're like, hey, let's kind of, let's be like each other's gym buddy, let's spot each other, let's big each other up when we get good numbers and stuff like that. And then a few months.
I think we lost Harry.
Uh-oh.
Harry.
That's not good.
Harry, no.
Harry, I didn't mean what I said about
he
you
just
not being
got
a wizard.
here.
You're a wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. Come
Don't
back.
go to the light.
Don't go to the
Don't turn
light.
to the dark. He's turned to the dark side.
Oh,
Yes, he's
gosh.
gone.
Dark side does have cookies. I don't blame him. And...
Right?
Oh,
waiting,
man.
Waiting.
Should someone maybe message him? Because it doesn't
Hold
look
on.
like he's coming back.
Oh, no. Hold on. Fraser,
That would make quite the profile picture, though.
It really would. I mean, he does look like he's about ready to drop a sound, so maybe he is from One Direction. Fraser, would you send him a message? Oh, wait.
There he is.
Oh,
Hey!
there I am.
Oh.
Sorry.
We brought him back to life.
My rubbish countryside internet, I'm afraid.
You're fine. You're fine.
I wish
Yeah.
I wish I would have screenshot that so I could DM you that on Discord.
Was it a good shot of me?
That was quite
great.
the still frame.
It was great.
Yeah.
Was it good? Okay. Well, I'll be able to see it on the live version, or you can save me like a lead or something like that. Hopefully.
I love how we didn't have
yeah,
any
but-
issues with your internet until you started talking.
I know, right? Yeah, maybe that's a sign. I don't know, but we'll see. Long and short of it was really happy to become part of the team and to be more involved in a site where I was very fortunate. I came in, I think, at a good time as well. I started, I think, only 2 weeks before we got the Open Critic whole thing happen, and then it's been rolling steadily along. It's been really lucky. We've had some fortunate breaks. A couple of big games, a couple of big articles and stuff like that, and it's been really fun and just sort of trying out different things, throwing things out there, going to EGX, on that weekend, a couple of weekends ago, and possibly lining up a few interviews with people and stuff like that. It's exciting, really exciting.
That's very cool.
That is super cool. Now, what happened with your blog? Like, did you stop doing your blog and come over here full time, or are you still trying to do both?
I think I'm going to stick with Gamer Social Club. I think that's where I want to be. I think it's fun to be able to focus, here, and be really kind of involved and invested in it. I want to see this grow. I want this to keep going the way it's going, and I want us to, I want, in the same way that Fraser's enjoying, earning money from a hobby, something he enjoys. I'd love for Gamer Social Club to end up being the same thing. I don't want to push anything in particular, but to watch this naturally grow the way it has done so far, and hopefully continues to, would be absolutely the dream. As far as my old stuff is concerned on the blog, I haven't even talked about it really with Dano. I mean, maybe move it across onto the site just so it has somewhere to live. But otherwise, I'm not hung up on it. It can go to sleep quietly. It's done its bit, and it kind of gave me the confidence to. It kind of gave me the confidence to then, when Dano show up saying, "Hey, do you want to write on our site?" I was like, "Yeah, actually, yeah, I feel good about it. Let's do it."
I love it. That is awesome.
Yeah, because I think we're all in the kind of same boat there. We're all amateurs, and it was the same for me. Like when I joined the Gamer Social Club, there was no website. And and it was just us playing games and just having a yarn. And then when the call went out, I was like, I'm starting the website. Do you want to be involved? I was like, do you know what? I think I do. That'd be really fun. Something new, something different, something I've never done before and never really even ever thought I would do. And then just all of a sudden, here we all are, the four of us, just having a blast.
Yeah, it's awesome, and I even say in my little bio thing, it's like I think about games all the time, I play them all the time, I talk about them all the time. I might as well write about them. It's like if I'm that weirdly obsessed with them, I might as well use it for something a bit more productive than just bothering my mates. So like, yeah, that's really cool, Harry. But can we please talk about something else?
Right.
Oh man, that's amazing. I feel like that's all I talk about as well. It's like I have a really hard time because most people want to talk about sports, and I'm just like, have you played the new Call of Duty?
And they're like, nah.
No.
Yeah.
So we got a question for Harry. I've stolen this straight out of Jeff, just straight from Jeff. So our friends over at Interactive Distractions, Jeff has been on the podcast a few times.
Yep. And
I love whenever he meets someone, he's got this question. So what is your biggest hot take in gaming? So what is your thing that gets you in trouble the most?
Okay. I have thought about this because I am a lover, not a fighter. I don't go looking for confrontation or anything like that. So to announce to the world the thing that's going to get people coming after me is
that's why Harry fits in so freaking well, guys. Holy shit.
But if push comes to shove, I think honestly, like the one thing I feel strongly about with video games is I am far more impressed with a video game that has an art style that it sees through, and it's like fully adopted, fully invested in it. It really makes its identity. Games like, for example, the first Borderlands, when everyone saw that, changed how people looked at art design and stuff like that. You know, the idea of these sort of, these particular placing of lines to create, the illusion of shadow, the illusion of an angular draw, when everything was so kind of like basic and sort of, almost like one tone and things like that in its design. I find things like that, more creative kind of, art styles, I find much more impressive, genuinely impressive than realistic graphics. The constant pursuit of high fidelity, look at the pores on their skin, each individual eyelash, stuff like that. I'm like, technical prowess, all that sort of stuff, incredibly cool. In my game, yawn. I don't care.
Yeah.
It doesn't get me turned on at all. I would much rather play a game where every character's got googly eyes, like, it's like I loved looking at Hi-Fi Rush. Like Hi-Fi Rush was another one where I looked at that and thought, damn, this is such a cool art direction and things like that. Like this, I dig interesting, unique art direction, and I'm just kind of realism. I get enough of it already. I don't need any more. I'm good.
Because you actually touch grass.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. I've seen it.
Yeah.
Not that big a deal. It's,
right. It's green. Sometimes it's.
So games like
and it's never greener on the other side.
Yeah.
So games like Dragon Age, you would say the step towards this new art direction is a good, like, you like that more than what they were trying to go for before.
Yes. Yeah. So in that sort of interesting conversation where people were like, oh, it's shifting away from that. And, attitudes where people will look at stylized graphics and a stylized art style and go, oh, that's childish, or oh, that's for kids and stuff like that. Like the immediate assumption, like you look at the game like Telltale's The Walking Dead. That's not a child's game. They look like cartoons. It's not a child's game. Like you have to kind of sometimes just push a little bit further in and just say, okay, it looks different, but that doesn't actually speak anything to what the game is going to tackle, what sort of gameplay it's going to have, all this sort of stuff. So I guess because it's a naturally appealing thing to me, first and foremost, like how does it look immediately? It's got a bold, punchy art style. I'm in. If it's another game that's going for realism, it tends to kind of mix in with the rest of them that do the same thing,
Yep.
That's how I feel.
Good answer. That is a very good answer. Yep.
Thank you. I await the torches and pitchforks.
Knocking on the door.
Yeah.
Now, and then the question I was going to ask you is the more vanilla question. What is your top 3 or top 5 or just your favorite game of all time?
I can give you the top 5.
Hell yeah.
Straight away. In no particular order, I'll bear in mind. Just my top 5.
Okay.
So we've got Control, which it's a masterpiece.
Yep.
Absolutely adore it. all these games are masterpieces. I'll say that now, just so we don't have to do it with every each one of them. So Control, Final Fantasy IX, which I know is sort of more of an underdog one. It kind of started off as that one that, again, because of the childish type of graphics, everyone went, no, this isn't what we want. We've just had, chiseled jaws with Cloud and stuff like that from Final Fantasy VII. Who are these like little tweeny boppers? And it's like, well,
Don't they have tails and ears and stuff? Isn't that?
Yes, they do. Yes,
Yep.
yes, they do.
Yep.
Yeah, characters have tails and ears and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
It goes back to like the original Final Fantasy stuff in like where it's from. But honestly, like, yeah, obviously people got more caught up in 7 and the what do they call it? The sort of futuristic punk, Mako punk, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But no, sorry. So we got Control, Final Fantasy IX, Fez. If anybody remembers that indie game from the 360
I know
era.
what it is.
Good man, Russell. Oh man, that game.
About it.
I'm gonna look it up.
I feel, yeah.
This is the game that made me want to make video games. That's how I look at this game. I definitely at one point in my life wanted to try making a video game, and this is the one that inspired me. To look at it, it's a 2D platformer, really cutesy art style, very pixelated art style, and it's simple. Move and jump. Those are all your controls. That's all you have to worry about. Except that when you flick one of the 2 triggers, the screen that you're looking at will then move to one of 4 different compass points around where the character is. So you will see the same environment they're in from 4 different directions, if you see what I'm saying. So you'll look at a Mario level, and then you'll flick a button, and suddenly Mario's whole world will suddenly go, and you'll be looking at it from a different side. What this also does is, because it's still on a 2D plane, and so everything you interact with is 2D, even though it's a 3D world, if there's a cloud here and then a cloud here, and you can jump between them, if you then move them around so they do this, you can then still jump between them, even though that one of them's technically further back in depth a field to the other one. But because they are all on one 2D plane, you are shifting them around and working out how to move a 3D space in only a 2D perspective. And it's stunning. It really is. The soundtrack is excellent. The art direction's fantastic for beautiful little pixel art. Gameplay. If a game has simple mechanics but pushes them to the very edge of their bound, like what they can do with them, that's what I love. I love that it's been given like really simple set of tools that just they just run with it, and like how wacky can we get with the puzzles and stuff. So that's Fez. That's a special game to me. And I'll quickly get through the last 2, don't worry. Banjo-Kazooie, I don't think I need to say anything about that one. That's a big favorite of mine. That's a childhood favorite of mine. Big Rare fan, big Platonic fan. Now that they're over there doing that stuff with ukulele. And the final game is The Outer Wilds. Not to be confused with The Outer Worlds by Obsidian. The Outer Wilds by Mobius. Again, that is a game where you have to play it just to experience it. There's nothing else like it.
I've never played it, but I have heard great things about it, and it is on my list, but that list is a million miles long, so...
Yeah, of course. The one thing I will definitely say about that game, I'm sure you probably have picked up on this if you've paid any attention to it. Anybody who's played Outer Wilds, once they've played Outer Wilds, and I am one of these people, we spend the rest of our lives chasing that feeling of playing that game by watching other people play it for the first time.
Okay.
Because you can never recapture that feeling. Once you've experienced it, you can never go back and have it again. It's done. So when you do that, make sure you get the word out that you're doing an Outer Wilds blind playthrough first time, all the rest of it, because they will find it and they will come. I promise you that. They will be there. Yeah, honestly.
I think you're muted, Nathan.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, I was. Sorry, my kids were talking. Or I don't know why they're awake. But anyways, yeah, no, that's some great content idea to actually go back through that. I was trying to help share with the audience what Fez looked like, and. It looks really cool. Like, you described it very well, because now that I'm like actually like looking at it, I'm like, oh, holy crap, this looks really unique and really cool. You are a man of taste, good sir. Let's see.
There you go.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I appreciate it.
And then
I'm in good company.
Well, thank you. So before we get started in the news, as far as things that I've been up to, is not been too much. I haven't played anything since last Sunday. It's been a crazy fucking work week for me. So I just haven't really been able to do much, even with the website stuff. I was able to churn out an singular article. So, hey, I can barely keep up with Harry, so hey.
Oh, no, we're not making this a thing, guys. Okay, just saying it now.
Oh, I think Addy already made it personal. With you.
Addy and I are feuding currently. I believe.
He lives just down the road, doesn't he?
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. We just hardly insulted each other. Yeah. I believe he and I have got our names on a couple of games in the future, so there'll be a couple of showdowns to come.
All right.
So we'll see.
Harry just looks out of his window, and Adam's just standing there in his front yard. I'm coming for you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great. No, as far as things I've been playing, I actually meant to say it earlier when Fraser was talking. My brother-in-law came over Saturday, and he's like, I brought my Xbox, and I was like, hell yeah, let's go. And then I was like, well, Megan, why don't we just all play zombies? And she was like, let's go. So me, Megan, and her brother, we all played zombies. Oh my gosh, dude, we had such a fun time. And Megan's been getting really into it. I think we you know what? We did get to sit down, I think Monday morning, and we played a couple rounds of zombies before I had to go to bed. But so we've been having so much fun with that. I think I even hopped into yours and Monique's party one day. I don't know if you guys...
What? I thought I saw you join.
Yes.
And I didn't know what was going on, and then you were gone again.
Well, I joined and I was in your lobby, but it said you were in the game, and I saw that it was something Bear who was in your, and I was like, oh, I bet you that's Monique. So I was like, I'll just let you guys do your thing, and I just played some multiplayer.
Love it.
But yeah, no, we've been, zombies is so freaking good, guys. And then... I'm not going to reiterate all that stuff, but then I've been playing a little bit more Dragon Age, of course. Dragon Age has been fun. It's just, dude, if you would have asked me a month ago, the weekend that Dragon Age comes out, would I be playing Call of Duty or Dragon Age? I would have been like, are you an idiot? Of course I'm going to play Dragon Age. Well, I'm an idiot because, it was double XP weekend, so.
Hands are tied, mate.
Oh my gosh.
Hands are tied.
Hands were tied.
Yeah.
It was a good time though. So Dragon Age, I played a little bit of it. I went through a sex change. I am now a woman on Dragon Age, so it feels like it fits the tone of the game so much better. I think Harry froze up on us again. But it fits the tone of the game. Oh, we got you. All right, well, maybe. Yeah, right now you sound like Mr. Robot.
Russell's frozen too on my screen.
Russell's frozen too? Okay. I'm just going to keep going then. But no,
just keep going.
But it fits the tone of the game so much better. So I've been really enjoying my female character. And then let's see. The puzzles, listen, maybe I'm just dumb, but I'm getting stuck on different missions. I'm like, everybody's complaining about how simple they are and how it's the same thing over and over again. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure if I loaded up the game right now, I'm pretty sure I'm stuck on one. Because, I just can't figure out where I'm supposed to go. I don't know if it's so much about puzzle difficulty as much as it is like I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be going. But I'm still enjoying it. It's a good game. All right, so aside from all that stuff, let's go ahead and dig into a little bit of the news. It's been such a slow news week, everybody. So we're really not going to talk about much. We're going to talk about. Let's go ahead and start out with the small things first before we get into the reviews. But it is the Halo 2 anniversary, the 20th anniversary. So we're going to talk about some of our Halo 2 memories. I cannot believe it's been this long, and I've been thinking about, you guys should think about it too, what you guys want to do. Man, we are just not getting Russel or Harry back. That's concerning. Oh no. Oh, puppy.
It happened again.
Ripped down the computer. Okay, you guys are back. Whew. I was worried there for a second.
What the hell just happened?
Yeah, you both are gone for a while, but
I think you both jumped on Harry's internet then.
Well, now that Harry's back, I'll tell you what. I'm going to take a step back now that Harry's back. So there's been a Mass Effect show that's been announced that is in the works. Oh, crap! I almost forgot to tell you that this is the time for the most useless news segment. Fraser.
Oh man.
Why?
Yeah.
Why is it the most useless news segment?
Well, Nathan, let me tell you why this is the most useless news segment. If you followed us on any of our social medias, you'd already know all this stuff. So that's it. So gamersocialclub.ca is where you'll find all of the best gaming news and reviews and guides and all the fun stuff. We're on Twitter or X or whatever you want to call it, gamer_S_C. And we're also over on Blue Sky, gamer_S_C. Nathan,
nailed
back to
it.
you, my friend.
Nailed it. First topic we're going to dig into is the Mass Effect show is in the works over at Amazon by the director and producer of Fast and the Furious 9. So just do with that information what you will. But
so that means The Rock's going to be in it. That means Jason Statham's going to be in it. That means Ludacris is going to be in it. Mate, we've already got the cast.
There will be cars, there will be explosions, and The Rock will be contractually obligated to win all of his fights.
Yep.
I love it.
That's
it. So what's the temperature on your feelings on this? Now, I would say, the Fallout show just came out or whatever, so I can only imagine that they're going to try to hold it to that esteem. So in that regards, I have some faith because I can only imagine Amazon is looking at Mass Effect as the next Fallout for them. That's really all I had to say on it, but I would love to talk about fan casts. Who would you guys fan cast to be in the show, and what's the temperature? How you guys feeling about this show?
Well, first of all, are we having a male or female Shepard?
That's a good question. It's a very good question.
Mm-hmm.
I vote
if it's
female.
Male, it has to be Jason Statham.
That could be good.
That's just that. Yeah,
I could see that.
That makes sense.
It just has to be. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I think it could be fun. I think it could be really fun. There's a lot of content that they could use. Then they could just go down a side quest path, and it would be great. Where do they start? Do they start at 1? Do they start at 2? Do they start at 3? Is it going to be a whole new story?
Yeah, I mean, do you think that they just do a side story, do their own thing like they did with Fallout?
It could work. The universe is already there.
Yeah.
All the characters are already there. Dude, I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too.
Yeah, I'm one hot dragon about this.
I love that. That's the first time I've heard my gamer tag used as a verb. And then, I'm I'm glad we caught it on camera. And then Harry, what's your thoughts? Because you're I know Russell isn't much of a Mass Effect person, but what's your feelings on it, Harry?
I'm like Fraser. I'm really interested to see what they do with it, because we've had a couple of different shows already come out now based off video games, and I've kind of proven like they can make them well when they put the work in and they pay attention to the source material and stuff like that. So we know they can do it. We've had Last of Us, we've had Fallout. Mass Effect feels like a good fit for that. It's another epic. It's another game that's treated with a lot of respect. A lot of fans love it, obviously, and what Fraser was saying, I think is a big part of it, is sort of what decisions do you make when making the show, even about like details like male or female shepherd, good or bad. Are we going to play into the morality of those games and the choices and stuff like that? There's a lot of sort of interesting details, and like you can really break down, I think, like all manner of like elements of that show and what they could do with it. But in a funny way, as we were talking about it, I was sort of thinking Mass Effect hopefully should have the best and kind of easiest transition almost, because I feel like Fallout isn't a post-apocalyptic thing, but it's the first time trying to do a world like that, I feel like, as a TV show in a big way. Last of Us, you can look at things like The Walking Dead a little bit, but it's not The Walking Dead. It's very different, and how it focuses on the relationships and stuff like that. It really is about Joel and Ellie, not like everybody else. It is firmly about those two characters, and then Abby with part 2 and stuff like that. But with Mass Effect, it's an ensemble cast sci-fi show. We've had lots of ensemble cast sci-fi shows. That's TV's bread and butter.
Mm-hmm.
Star Trek, you go for like even things like Farscape. You've got what was the one with the girl, the woman in the red dress that was always
Battlestar.
Yeah.
Thank you, Battlestar Galactica and stuff like that. Yeah, these shows have existed, and they've been those shows, I feel like, do exactly what Mass Effect has done. Already. Not to say that it's like trodden territory already. It's just that I feel like there shouldn't be the sort of like, oh, how are we going to do this? It's like, you've done it before several times. I think you should be able to nail this. And it's kind of my attitude. I'm not saying I'm going in with like high expectations necessarily, but
yeah.
I'm not going in with low expectations either.
Yeah. Here's my biggest concern is the fact of like, all right, let's say they do decide to tackle like Shepard's story, right? When the fans didn't like the ending of Mass Effect 3, they tried to poison all of the developers. So I would say
gamers have no cool. Gamers have no cool, man.
Very scared for whoever decides to try to do an adaptation of that. Like, they would have to be so freaking confident in their adaptation abilities. They can't. When I found out, listen, when I gotta give you some backstory here, so I don't seem like a complete weirdo here. But when I was a kid, I was obsessed with the idea of a Halo show, a Halo movie, and I don't know if you guys ever remember that there was like that leak of the Halo trailer. Or of 20th Century Fox. I watched that on repeat. I was just like daydreaming about it. I was so excited. And it just never happened. So then when the Halo TV show got announced and we got our first look at it, like I literally cried. I was like, holy shit, it's happening. Like that inner child in me was like, oh my gosh, finally. And like I didn't expect that reaction from watching it. And Megan looks over at me and she's like, are you crying from a Halo tree? I was like, yeah, I am.
And not made of stone, woman.
Exactly. So like, that was my reaction to that. But then after what Halo did to me, I'm a little bit more like, a little more, okay, handle with caution if you're going to talk about Shepard. If you are going to talk about Shepard, hey, it would be cool if you had her. I don't know if you guys know who Rahul Kohli is. He's
Absolutely,
yeah. He's from Haunting on Hill House on Netflix, Midnight Mass. He did The Fall of House Usher. And if you know who he is, then you would also know who Kate Siegel is. But he fan cast.
Is that Steven Seagal's daughter?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay.
I had not even thought of that.
But
I
don't know if you guys
think
can
so.
see on the image, but her right
It's a bit
there.
blurry. But
Yeah, it's a little blurry.
It's focusing on your
fantastic.
fingers.
Oh,
So
okay. All right. Hold on. No, that's Oculus.
that
All right.
yeah, that's not the thing.
Is that?
So she could be
it's not-
Stefan. Yep.
Yep.
can see it.
But yeah, she's also in all of those shows as well. Like it's almost like they have like this, same actors and actresses for all those shows. Anyways, I think she'd be a great female shepherd. So that's definitely my fan cast vote. As far as Garrus goes, let's get shoot. What's his name? Oh crap. Okay, I'm gonna have to move on because I'm not gonna remember it.
No, well, give us
The guy-
anything of film or show then, or something like that. What's he in?
He was in talks to be the next James Bond. He plays Knuckles in Sonic.
Oh, Idris Elba.
Idris Elba, thank you. Give us Idris Elba as Garrus.
That's a great casting. That is good casting there. I think I hear that. I hear that. He's got the voice.
Also, the guy that plays Sabretooth. That guy.
Oh, yeah.
He could be. I just watched him in. There's a Netflix show called like The Perfect Couple.
Yeah.
I just saw him in that, and instantly I was like, that could be Garrus as well.
Yeah. That's true.
Oh yeah. Is that Liev Schreiber? Is that his name? I think it's his name.
He was
I'm gonna
also
double check.
he's been in heaps of stuff. I can't remember the guy's name.
Yeah.
I think it's something like that.
And maybe it's just because I just watched Mr. Robot not long ago, but Rami Malek would be awesome as the alien dude from number 2. Mortis, is that his name? I think his name's Mortis. Yeah,
Yep.
I could.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. Liev Schreiber.
Yeah, he's great. He's very good. But so thinking about the alien races then, which would you guys want to see? Would you want to see practical makeup? Would you want it to be done like them in suits sort of thing, or would you rather like excellent high quality CGI mocapping or something like that? Like what would be the direction you would be comfortable with? Russell's already said like no to the second option.
I'm gonna butt in as a pseudo Mass Effect fan. I've played 1 and 2. I haven't beat either of them. Practical effects are better. If you want the show to stand out, limit the CGI.
Yeah.
I know it's tempting because you can do anything you want with it, but everyone's doing that now. So just don't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In my opinion. Plus, Mass Effect. So again, I never played Andromeda at all. I was told to stay away from that. But at least the first 2, for me, even when they released, had this like campy sci-fi like B movie quality to them. For me, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be cool to lean into that, but maybe I'm in the minority there.
I think if handled right, I think you could do it. I think if handled correctly, the fans would appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just got to be done right.
Absolutely.
Because if you go too far, then people assume you're kind of, people assume you're taking the mick, making fun of it.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
he said taking the mickey, and I suddenly realized this is not the audience for it because no one's going to understand what I mean when I say that.
Right. Now, see, honestly, the thing that I feel like could be a good topic of maybe just going into origin stories of companions. I wouldn't mind like an Archangel origin story. I wouldn't mind a Liara origin story, or go back to the Genophage when that first happened. I feel like Mass Effect's well primed for a good origin story, because I feel like once you start getting into keeping up with current stuff in the Mass Effect world or post Mass Effect stuff, then you start going away from the decisions made in the player by player story, or you just say, hey, we are going to do whatever we want and we are separate from the game. But look how well that turned out for Halo, so I don't know about that. But let's go ahead and unless you guys have any more thoughts, we'll go ahead and move on to Halo 2. You guys want to move on to Halo 2?
Well, I just thought of Fraser's question corner just right real quickly.
Oh, go for it.
Perfect time to slot it in. Okay, what is the worst video game movie tie-in that you've ever played?
Ooh.
So I've got one straight off the bat. Lost.
Ooh,
That's a really good one.
You know the TV show Lost? I'm actually watching through it again now,
Are you really?
like as we speak, and it's fucking brilliant. It's so bad, but it's so good. Xbox 360 has a Lost video game, and I will tell you, it is so painful. It's so bad.
Yeah.
You play as a random survivor, so you're not even any of the cast. You run into the cast and you play through the story of the show as a random survivor, going through the different parts that they do in the show. It's fucking terrible.
God.
But I will say that I did platinum it. And there you go.
that's amazing.
Oh, dear. I forgot. I remember seeing that. Working in a game store for many years, I remember seeing the Lost 360 title many times.
Yeah.
Never sold it. Never. But hey, it was there.
What? Oh wow, there it is. Right there it is. That's great.
Look at that.
That's great. Do you have your answer lined up, Harry?
I don't have one off the top of my head. I think, unfortunately, I am one of those people who, like most of us, worked out like, oh, most of these are really bad, so I'm just not going to play them because they're awful. I played the one that everyone will point to being like, that was the good one, which was the X-Men Wolverine Origins game, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yes.
No right to be, but it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had mine's the opposite, I'm afraid, to that question. Mine's the opposite answer. I will come back to you though with the proper answer.
Okay.
Russell, you missed it. Fraser dropped a question corner on us.
Yeah.
And that would be?
Worst movie game tie-in that you've played.
And then
Ghost Rider.
Man, you had that right at the top of your head. I love it.
Yeah.
So I actually liked both movies. I know they both. The first one in particular took some crap, but I liked them for what they were. Honestly, I've read a lot of Ghost Rider comics, and it's more about the imagery. Ghost Rider doesn't really struggle the way other Marvel characters do. He's fucking Ghost Rider. I don't know what the. I don't know what the. He's probably one step away from Superman as far as like just being a badass. So I don't really know what you do to make him struggle. But so I don't know if any of y'all three have actually played the Ghost Rider game. So it's very Devil May Cry-esque, and so like at first you're like, oh, this is so badass, and then you realize that it's like Devil May Cry, and it's like based on combos and a stat fighting style, but they don't do a very good job of feeding you new mechanics. They're very few and far between. And so, like, just imagine Devil May Cry, but, like, not that interesting. And, like, instead of, like, with Devil May Cry, they feed you, it's not too much, but the pacing is good. They feed you enough new mechanics in the right spots where it keeps it interesting, at least with 1, 3, and 4. 2, it better not to talk about that. But just like you're gonna get really bored, and then you're gonna be like, oh, cool, a new mechanic, and then you're gonna get bored immediately again, and it's just gonna keep going on like that.
Okay. Was that PlayStation 2?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's why I don't remember it.
I was extreme. I thought it was so badass to get a Ghost Rider game, and for some reason, buying it, like, I put out of my mind all of the crappy movie games we'd gotten up until that point, and I bought it. And I think I got about an hour and a half into it, and I think I'd learned like 2 new moves, and I was like, "This sucks."
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it was a movie with Nicolas Cage in it. How could it not be good? You know what I mean? My answer. I've been sitting here thinking about it this whole time and been having I've been struggling because I can't think of anything. Every time I think of a game, I'm like, you know what? That surprised me because it was good. Like Iron Man 2. I ended up liking that game. I thought it was pretty good. But
okay.
That's the one that comes to the top.
The flying was really crap though, wasn't
it? I think it was. I mean,
maybe.
I don't know. It's been a long time since I played it, so I it's not like I was the connoisseur that I am now. No, but I would say Superman 64.
That was gonna be my plan B.
That was gonna be your plan B? Yeah, Superman 64 was just such a horrible game. I will never forgive it for being a game that I got from Blockbuster. And, you know, it was always that thing, like, you know, we've all of us millennials anyways, have been there where you go to Blockbuster with your family. Can I get a game? Can I get a game? Can I get a game? And then they finally say yes. And then you're like, yeah, let's go. And then you make your decision and you look at all the boxes and you're like, I'm going with Superman 64. You take it home and you're like,
and then you get home and you're like,
what? I wasn't a connoisseur. I was like freaking 5. I was like, what is this dog crap?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, brilliant.
It's amazing how much that game barely resembles a tech demo.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Seriously.
Yeah.
And I to this day, I tried to play it a couple years ago just because I was like, it can't be that bad. Like I played E.T. for the Atari 2600, and it wasn't as bad as people said it was. I still don't know what the hell you're doing in Superman 64. Like I don't. Like you're gliding around and you're going into these rings, and like you can't even really do that well.
Yeah. I remember flying to the edge of the map and then being like, wait, let me try the other side of the map. Rinse, repeat.
There was
Gotta be a way
I think
out.
it was the 360 era, wasn't it, where like movie games were just a dime a dozen.
Mm-hmm.
Like it seemed like every single movie was getting a game. And one that was actually really surprisingly good was those Incredible Hulk games. They were were very fun. Yeah, open world, like leaping around, smashing shit. It kind of reminded me like a really early like Prototype. You know, do you remember the Prototype?
Yeah.
So it's like make Prototype like really, really simple, and that's the Hulk game. You're just leaping. You leap for miles and smash tanks and punch soldiers, and it was pretty fun. That's awesome. But anyway, let's carry on.
Well, now let's see. Do we want to talk about our reviews? Let's just pick one. Halo 2 anniversary, like talking about our favorite memories, or do you guys want to talk about your reviews? Because we're at an hour and 10 minutes.
Let's go Halo.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about our Halo 2. It is the 20th anniversary, believe it or not. Man, the first thing that comes to my mind is Xbox Live, getting those little headsets and getting the little cards inside of the game disc and being like, what is this paper? Like, what is Xbox Live? And not really like fully understanding. And like, I don't even feel like I even plugged my Xbox into the internet like for a long time after I got Halo 2, just because I still didn't understand it. And then they had the multiplayer discs, where it was like the DLC that came out onto the discs, and they sold that separately. And it was funny because I'm pretty sure that I bought that first thinking it was Halo 2, and then I was confused. But yeah, I'd also been thinking lately about the fact that Christmas is coming up. And, I would love to hear about all your guys' favorite video game related Christmas memories or holiday memories or whatnot. And that was actually going to be one of my things that I was going to bring up whenever we do have that topic, is unwrapping Halo 2 for Christmas, and how excited I was to play it, and then taking it to my relative's house for Christmas, and we all played Halo 2, just the introduction to dual wielding weapons. And even when Halo 3 came out, I always wanted to go back to Halo 2 just to dual wield SMGs. I'm like, why did they take it from us? Why? So, Fraser, you want to start us out, because you got the Halo 2 shirt on today.
Yeah, got my little Halo 2 shirt on. I'm very, very happy with it. Little vintage jobby. So Halo 2 was not the first Halo that I played. Mine was Halo 3. That was the first one that I owned. I was a day pupil at an all boys boarding school. So I got to go home when all the losers had to stay at school all the time. And they a lot of the boarders there had the original Xbox, and they all had them at school. So we would wag class, and we would go and play Halo 2, and it was just so much fun. I remember like the recharging health bars and the sticky grenades, and just things that we had never seen before. It was just so wild. New Zealand didn't have very good internet back then, so the only online we ever played was couch co-op, and we would sit there, 4 players on a tiny little TV, like tiny, probably like maybe 14-inch.
Don't watch my screen.
Like that. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And you'd be there, and there'd be 4 of us, or there might even be 10 of us in this little room, and you're just handing the controllers back and forward, back and forward, back and forward, and like you would die, and as you were handing the controller over, you'd throw all their grenades, and then you'd give them the controller, so they didn't have any grenades to, like, you just mess around with that. It's like so cool. Such great experiences. And then moving on to Halo 3, that was when shit got wild.
Oh yeah.
We would have 4 TVs, 4 Xboxes. There'd be like 30 people in the room, and everyone would be boozing and having a good time. And dude, it was so much fun. Halo, right? Halo. That's it.
Special, man.
I'm telling you, Halo 2 specifically is so special. Russell, you came in on the train later than everybody else. So what was that like for you?
Well,
like expectation wise?
That's not entirely true.
The Russell train, the muscle Russell.
Fuck off. I want to say I've told this story before. But who knows? We may have new listeners. So I got an Xbox from a friend towards the end of high school, I think. Yeah, because I would have been with the chick that I graduated high school with. And when I got the Xbox, I got it primarily actually to play Morrowind, which ended up being a struggle on the original Xbox. Do not buy an Xbox, an original Xbox, or a 360 for that matter, with the sole purpose of playing Morrowind. Great game, but fucking loading screen simulator. Jesus Christ. I swear to Christ, you die in that game and it takes 5 minutes to load back in. That's not even that. With the series consoles and I think even the Xbox One, they fixed that pretty well. But yeah, it was awful on the original Xbox. Anyway, so when I bought it from him, I got a handful of games, and 2 of them were Halo and Halo 2. And I wasn't big on first-person shooters, and so, but my girlfriend loved the original Halo. She had an ex that she played it with, I guess, before that. And so I got force-fed Halo 1 and Halo 2, and I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
I fucking hated it. I hated it for years. And then here in the last couple years, I just because I had Game Pass and I was on, as some readers may know, I'm a PC master dork now, but I've got a Series X that basically collects dust. But when I got my Xbox One S, I got Game Pass, and Game Pass was fairly new at the time. I don't even know if they were doing day and date yet. But I remember seeing all the Halo games on there and I'd gotten Game Pass. So I was like, fuck it, I'll screw around with them. And Halo Infinite came out later and I liked that. It may be my favorite Halo. But then I screwed around with the Master Chief Collection. 3 is probably my favorite of the older ones, so that's neither here nor there. I think a lot of people would probably say that. But I of course went back and played 2 and enjoyed it. But yeah, that's basically my tale of Halo. So I started with the newest and then went back. Well, okay. On the Xbox 360, I did play both. On the Xbox 360, I did play Halo Wars, and then I think it was the Xbox One, Halo Wars 2 was on. I immensely enjoyed those, but that's kind of in a different category because I'm a giant StarCraft and Command & Conquer fan. So
you were talking about loading screens, and it occurred to me that us millennials, that's our boomer thing. You know, my dad would always say to me while we were riding around in the car, he'd be like, well, when I was your age, all we had to do was just look out the window. So just look out the window, enjoy the scenery, enjoy God's creation, right? And I was like, but Dad, I got a Game Boy SP. It's honestly better. And now I just realized that us millennials, our thing is being like, back in my day, we didn't have anything to do during the loading screens. We just sat there and stared at the blank screen. Oh my gosh. Yeah, dude, like yeah. I know sometimes it feels like we're in a generation that didn't take a big leap since the Xbox One, but let me tell you, I just went to a relative's house a couple weeks ago. They had an Xbox One S, so it was like one of the newer ones. The loading screen, oh my gosh. I was like, I can't believe how much it's improved since then. Like, I wanted to get on my phone and watch a YouTube video while I was sitting there, but it's funny because it really was an issue. It's not an issue we have to deal with anymore. But yeah, the loading screen simulation, relatable.
To be fair, like, and I don't know when y'all started gaming, but like on like the NES and the Super Nintendo, loading screens weren't really that big of a deal. And then the N64, some games were. The PS1, Jesus Christ. And then it seemed like it got worse actually after that for a little while. And then it just kind of slowly got better.
The best loading screen that I've ever seen is in Warframe. So in Warframe, a loading screen is a little ship, and with your analog stick you can fucking make it fly. And and you've got your 4 ships, everyone's loading into the thing at the same time, everyone's little ships are fucking flying around, and then all of a sudden the game's loaded and you're ready to go. And it's like, this is great.
And then Harry, what was your memories with Halo 2?
So Halo 2 was one I went back to after being introduced to Halo 3. Was really my main introduction to the series. I played a little bit with friends because they were a family that had an Xbox, whilst our family had grown up with we went like Nintendo, Sega, PlayStation. That was like the natural progression. And got first Xbox with a 360 and picked up Halo 3 and absolutely loved it. So the whole thing was great. Like Russell wasn't big into first person shooters, but it was one that I could at least be like, hey, like it's got this really cool floaty jump and sticky grenades. It's cool. It's wacky. You flip over a warthog by going up to and just pressing a button, just whoops it like that. It's great. But what I found was that actually my favorite one ended up being Halo Reach. I think Halo Reach is incredible. Like the story of that team, like all those characters like Kat and George and Emil and stuff like that, just like such a cool cast, so well plot. Like the plot of that game is so good, just like the beats that happen, the moments that happen, like when I can't remember which mission it is, but it's only about halfway through it, and it's that first time when one of the team gets taken down and you suddenly go, oh shoot, yeah, you die at the end of this. This is all leading to you dying at the end of this. And it's just you getting there and watching this team get picked off one by one, and you're just like, oh my god. And it puts everything else into perspective then with Chief, to a certain degree, where like people don't look at him like Space Marines from Warhammer because he's this big dude in a suit of armor, and they all look they look at him like the little Imperial Guard guys would at Space Marines in like Warhammer Space Marine 2, which I've been playing. Like you walk through, they kneel down, and you practically expect like the UNSC dudes to all just kind of drop to their knees and be like, oh, Master Chief sort of thing, because that's like the impact they have. They are these like ace in the hole type, they are the weapon. They're the thing you send out to deal with this when humanity has nothing else. And so to watch a team of them, like a whole team, a whole squad of 6 or whatever, get picked off, you're just like, man, this is epic. This is crazy.
I think I need to go and do another Reach playthrough, to be honest.
That's what I'm saying. I got goosebumps when you're talking about it. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I just love that game. And like the what do they call them? Like the leapfrog or whatever it was, that suit you get with the little jetpack on it and that whole section. Just so cool. And the ending where the game just kind of goes, whenever you're ready, pal.
Yep.
Let it happen.
Yep.
And you could fight as long as you want.
Yeah.
But we all know what comes.
Yep.
Yeah. Amazing.
You can't beat it. Man, yeah, because Halo Reach is my favorite Xbox 360 game, period. Like, oh my gosh.
Oh, nice. Well, yeah, absolutely. Fantastic game.
It's so good.
I'm a little surprised no one brought ODST up, but
Fraser's a big fan of ODST, aren't you?
Yeah, I liked the firefight mode.
Firefight
that kind of
awesome.
Like the horde mode kind of thing. Yeah, the ODST was a very interesting title, and again, it's something that they never really ran with. They kind of gave it to us, and I would have loved an ODST too, or like.
I only brought that up because I have not played ODST, which is strange because I'm staring at a physical copy of it right now. I actually have I have all of them. I do not have a physical copy of Halo Wars 2, and I don't have a physical copy of Infinite. Those are the 2 I'm missing. But I have everything else. I'm staring at a physical copy of it. I've just never played it. And I have the Master Chief Collection on Steam. But I've been told by plenty of Halo fans that that's like their favorite, even above 3.
Really?
It's good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe it's just the circles I run in. It's definitely something to consider. I thought that the N64 was like the biggest and best console in the world, and so did a bunch of my friends. And it turns out that like we were the only ones that bought it.
I think what was so cool and something I missed from that was getting the skulls. That you needed to get one of the skulls from Halo 3 ODST in order to unlock the katana helmet in Halo 3.
Dude. Yeah. And then when you had it, you were fucking king.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you were king. I
had that full set. I went out and got myself that full set. There's
nothing like... Oh, man, we sound like such old men right now. But there's just nothing like that in existence right now. Yeah, and you get the sword.
They had the sword.
Yes.
And,
Everybody in multiplayer knew you were the boss. Like, when you got the sword and the katana helmet, like, you did not change armors after you unlocked it because it was so unbelievably hard to get. I literally, I think it was my 13th birthday or something, and, like, my mom had, like, all these special... I was like, Mom, leave me alone. I'm trying to get this skull. And I spent my entire birthday from morning to night working with these 3 random strangers online. Trying to get that last skull. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And putting a gun to my friend's head and being like, listen, you're not going to give up on me. We're going to get through this last mission on Halo 3 ODST. He was like, but dude, we tried and we keep getting reset back to the last checkpoint. I'm done. And I'm like, you're not going to give up now.
Only cowards give up, right?
Exactly. Yeah, and also I agree with what Harry was saying about, like, the Spartans and stuff, and how, because I've had friends tell me, like, oh yeah, I don't like playing Halo on hard difficulty or on legendary because, you know, Master Chief should be mowing them down, and I'm like, yeah, I disagree. I was like, you know, it's that Master Chief survived and Master Chief did save everybody that was, like, so crazy. But let's go ahead and we're gonna start wrapping up, guys. I've got a Halo trivia for you guys. Now, I am getting my questions off of GameSpot.com, and it looks like it's just a blanket Halo trivia. Like, I don't think it's one game specific. So I'll tally points, and you guys just, whoever figures it out first gets it. We are starting this at 1:26. Got to get that timestamp. Okay. All right.
I am gonna flunk the hell out of that.
Yeah.
It's multiple choice. So
okay. Good. Yep.
Question 1: at what age was John 117 selected to be in the Spartan program? A, 5, B, 6, C, 12, or D, 18?
Fuck, I don't know.
I'm gonna say A. 5.
I was gonna say B, 6. I'm fairly certain it's young.
I was actually gonna say B. Are we allowed to pick the same?
Yeah. Yep. So.
Okay, I'm going with B.
So Harry and Russell got B. Let's see. Okay. So here, let me put this together real quick. We got Harry got 1, Russell got 1. And Fraser, you got jack shit. Okay. Question number 2. What role was humanity granted thousands of years ago, leading to a war with the Forerunners? A, the Great Journey. B, the prophetic truth. C, the mantle of responsibility. Or D, the source of all life.
I'm going to go C.
The mantle of responsibility.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with A because it sounds good. I really have no.
No.
I'm gonna go with C with Fraser on this one. I think it's C.
It is C. So we've got Fraser at 1, Russell at 1, and Harry at 2. So Harry's in the lead. And okay, so question number 3. Do you know?
Yeah, right. Who the fuck got this game?
Do you? All right, this shows a picture of Sergeant Johnson. Do you know what the ladies like?
Of Sergeant Johnson.
Do you know what the ladies like? That is the question. Ladies like armor plating. A. B. Ladies like fast banshees. C. Ladies like powered exosuits. Or D. Ladies like killing the flood.
I'm going to go A.
Okay. Russell?
Ladies like Sergeant Johnson.
They like armor plating, banshees, powered exosuits, or killing the flood.
I'm going to go B, banshees.
Okay.
Fast banshees.
You know, I wanted to actually go with Harry's answer. I'll go with C. Just cause.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies like armor plating.
Yeah, they fucking do.
Oh.
Yeah.
That puts Fraser at
Gotta bring
2,
protection.
Harry at 2, and Russell at 1. All right.
I'm
Next
making
question.
I'm making a prediction. I'm making a prediction right now. I'm gonna be stuck at 1 point for the rest of the game. Oh, I didn't tell you guys. I've never really paid attention to what the fuck's going on in Halo.
Pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
I love that. All right. Next question is, whose helmet recorder captured the UNSC's encounter with the Flood on Halo? Holy crap. All right. A, Sergeant Johnson. B, Private Jenkins. C, Captain Keyes. Or D, Corporal it's spelled UPHAM. So, yeah.
Okay, so what was the question again?
something recording the Flood. Something.
Whose
helmet
recorder captured the UNSC's encounter with the Flood on Halo?
Well, it's not. I don't think it's Johnson.
I'm gonna go D, the one that you can't pronounce.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think D as well.
Okay, what do you think,
Because
Russell?
that's a name that I don't know.
I'm gonna throw in with those two. So if we're wrong, we're all wrong. So.
You're all wrong. It was Private Jenkins.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
there you go.
And
Who the hell is that?
I don't
Who is
know.
Private Jenkins?
I'm feeling less bad for not paying attention to what's going on.
The name,
Yeah, don't worry.
the name doesn't sound familiar to me. The name sounds familiar, but I wouldn't have guessed that. What race existed before both the humans and the Forerunners, and eventually caused a massive war? Sanghali, Ungoi, squirrels, or precursors?
B.
B, the Ungoi?
Yeah, B.
I'm going B, and I have no real reason to pick that. Just
You mean you're not going to go squirrels?
I was gonna say squirrels.
Okay, that was the one that stuck out as don't pick.
Yeah.
Space squirrels.
So
The
Sangali,
precursors.
Ungoi, squirrels, and precursors.
Yeah, B.
Yeah, I'm going with B.
What about you, Fraser?
D.
D. Fraser got it. It was the precursors.
Oh.
So now we've got
Taking the lead.
Russell with 1, Harry with 2, and Fraser with 3. All right, question number 6. During its original development, Halo was once one of these genres. I actually know the answer to this one before we're even looking it up. Turn-based tactics is A. Space management simulator is B. C, twin-stick shooter. D, real-time strategy.
I'm going to go C.
C as a
Twin-stick
two-stick shooter.
shooter.
Twin-stick
Only
shooter.
because of like that Halo Spartan.
Spartan Assault.
Or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
Barely a Halo game.
Yeah.
But then they also eventually did the real-time strategy thing too.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go RTS. I'm gonna go. Was that D?
D, yep. What about you, Russell?
Yep, I'm gonna go D.
RTS makes sense, but for some reason I want to go with twin stick shooter, and I'm not sure why.
Okay, so you're
I'm
gonna go.
thinking about this. I'm thinking about the space management though now.
I'm thinking maybe I've read that somewhere, but maybe it was just in conjunction with that terrible Sparta game too.
Yeah,
the Spartan game. Excuse me.
Stick with Russell. I think it's C. Is it?
C was twin stick.
That's me.
So you both are going with twin stick.
I'll do C.
All right. Well, you're both fucking wrong.
Whoa.
Harry was right. Real-time strategy. Yeah,
Right.
It was Halo Wars.
You mean to tell me I said the answer out loud and then reasoned myself out of it?
Yep, you did. You did.
Yep.
I was like, no. I was really trying hard to keep my poker face there. Yeah, no, I'm proud of myself. I actually knew that one before I even looked at the answer. Yeah, Halo Wars. It was originally supposed to be a real-time strategy, and it was cool because like nobody expected them to make what they made, and they were like, "This is never going to work on a controller. You guys are stupid for making this change of course." And they're like, "No, we can do it. We believe in it." And look at where they are now.
Which is funny because Halo revolutionized the first-person shooter on a controller.
It did. Isn't that what's so crazy? Is that it was going to be Halo Wars originally? So, all right. Moving on. Who originally announced Halo to the world? Was it Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, The Rock, or A Rock?
A Rock? Like, are we talking about like a? Because there's people named
like
A-Rock.
Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
No. Are we talking about A Rock?
Yes, we are
Like
talking
a
about
stone.
a rock, a physical rock.
Yeah. So
I feel like I would know that.
I'm gonna go.
I'm
C,
gonna go. Yeah, I'm going to see as well. The Rock.
because I feel like I've seen it.
Well, no,
Yeah.
we've seen number one. I don't know why in the fuck it would be. Did you say Steve Jobs?
Yeah, Steve Jobs was B. So
Why in the hell would that be a thing?
A Bill Gates, B Steve Jobs, and then we're just gonna skip over the A Rock, and then the Rock.
I don't know. So no, I'm remembering the original, like that presentation that I'm sure Fraser's got in his head right now, with Bill Gates, I think, introducing The Rock or whatever. God, I don't know if The Rock said anything about Halo though.
Or did he just do Xbox maybe?
Yeah, I've got a really weird feeling that this is going to be some sort of trick question where it's going to be Steve Jobs, and it's because it was announced by him at a completely different event, and then Microsoft bought Halo, like, and Bungie, like, after that happened.
Yeah, Halo wasn't originally supposed to even be on Xbox.
I'm going Steve Jobs. Actually, I'm going to try that. I'm risking it all. Going Steve Jobs. B.
Yeah.
In fact, it's got to be Bill Gates or Steve Jobs, I think. I want to go. You know what? I'm going to go Steve Jobs too.
Yeah.
Because I know that Halo wasn't originally. Halo originally was supposed to be a PC exclusive. I know that.
Yeah.
Okay, and then Fraser,
The Rock.
The Rock.
Yeah. Right.
Well, would you believe that it was Steve Jobs? It was Steve Jobs. At the time the game was planned for Mac and PC, and Bungie hadn't been purchased by Microsoft yet. Blew my mind. I didn't know that.
Oh man.
So now I
didn't even know that was the case. I just sort of was like, ah.
Dude,
I might be wrong. I might be wrong, but Halo may have. Nah, I don't think Halo came to PC before Xbox. Maybe.
I don't think so. That's a good question. I don't know. All right. Yeah. Question.
I kind of want to look at. I kind of want to look it up, but I don't want to spoil if there's like whatever questions we have left. Like if for some reason that one.
Let's see. One, so. I'm gonna have to end at question 10 because there's 15 of them now. Unless you guys want to do you guys want to do the Steam reviews or do you want to do this whole thing? I'll leave it.
I like the Steam reviews.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll do two more questions.
Wait. What time are we at?
We are at 1 hour and 38 minutes.
Yeah, probably should. I mean this.
Yeah, let's go ahead and
just. The Steam reviews take like 5. I guess it depends on what you guys want to do.
Let's just do 2 more questions and we'll move on to Steam reviews. Which of these is not a vehicle featured in Halo? What a dumb question. Ooh. Scarab, short sword, leopard, elephant. Actually,
do you know what? I don't know this.
Yeah, I was going to say, actually, now that I read out the... Yeah, which one is not? Scarab, short sword, leopard, or elephant? I actually would have gotten this one wrong.
I want to say the...
You go, Russell.
I was going to say, I'm almost positive the first 2 are in the game.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like 95% positive of that. So that leaves leopard and elephant. And I
don't know what an elephant would be in the game.
Yeah.
Like a leopard could be like what are those like quad bikes called?
Yeah.
So like I'm gonna out myself as like a mega nerd. I'm staring at Mega Blocks right now, and they are all either Pokemon or Halo. And I don't. If an elephant is a thing, I don't own it.
Yeah, I'm gonna say elephant.
So I'm gonna go with elephant.
Elephant.
Y'all are going with
me too.
elephant. Y'all are wrong. It's leopard.
What?
It's leopard. The elephant is actually the only one on this list that I did know. I thought it would have been short sword. What is the short sword?
No, the short sword's one of their big ships.
Okay.
It's one of the UNSC ships.
Oh, okay. The elephant is the gigantuan thing you drive around in Halo 3, where you could like get inside of it and you can like park a warthog inside of it and drive it around. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
That was the elephant. I
Wow,
loved that
God.
thing. All right.
I haven't thought about that in a long time.
So it's leopard.
It was leopard. Yep. Question number 9. What is the name of the powerful ballistic weapon equipped on UNSC ship? Was it the Mac cannon, Far nuclear missile launcher, Linux cannon, tactical large scale railgun?
I feel like the name Linux cannon would be blasphemous.
All right.
Just because Microsoft and Linux. Although, I think Linux was a thing then, but had Sir Lord Gaven quit Microsoft at that point? Anyway, that doesn't matter. Yes, for the uninitiated, Lord Gaben, the owner of Steam, used to work for Microsoft. It's one of the reasons that Steam exists.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go D. The big fuck off.
I was going to go D.
Railgun
Yep.
thing.
Tactical large.
Well, fuck, we've all been wrong several times now. Let's all be wrong again. I'm going with D2.
Damn it, guys! It was the Mac cannon.
Camaraderie.
Oh, what?
Aw.
All right.
Man, what sort of Halo name is that?
Question 10. Which of these directors was once attached to a Halo movie? This is perfect since we were just talking about it. Was it A?
Peter Jackson.
Yeah.
What?
I'm pretty sure it was Peter Jackson.
Let's see. Michael Bay, Peter
I'm gonna laugh
Berg,
if he's not on the list.
George Miller, Neil Blomkamp.
What?
Neil who?
Oh.
Blomkamp.
I'm going Neil Blomkamp on this one.
Okay.
Did you say who was in that? Okay.
Yeah, it was.
Because
He was once attached to the Halo movie, so
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Peter Jackson was going to make one as well. Old mate from Lord of
yeah.
the Rings, because he made the Warthog and he made all that stuff.
yeah.
You're
You're not wrong. But it's not one of the ones listed.
well. The question's wrong then.
That's what I'm saying.
So what'd you say? Michael Bay.
Michael Bay, Peter Berg, George Miller, Neil Blomkamp.
Yep.
I feel like Michael Bay would have fucked up a Halo movie, but
Yeah, that's why I feel like it's the correct answer.
My thought exactly.
I mean,
Explosion.
there was, depending on when this movie was to be made, you're not wrong. I mean, do y'all remember the original Mario Brothers? In name only? I don't know what the fuck that was, but
A fever dream. Yeah.
I actually want to go with Michael Bay, kind of because it's so stupid and ridiculous. But my instincts have been so wrong this entire time. What were the names again?
Michael Bay, Peter Berg, George Miller, Neil Blomkamp.
Could be George Miller as well.
Yeah.
That'd be an interesting Halo film.
Well, Fraser, what are you going with? And
I'm
then I'll
going
go
with
with something else.
I'm going with Michael
You're going
Bay.
with Michael Bay? Okay,
Yeah.
then I'll go with C.
And then that solidifies Harry's win because it was Neil Blomkamp. So Harry won by 5. Fraser was at 3, and Russell was at 2.
Yeah.
Oh, I got 2?
Yeah.
You
Where
got
did that
2
happen?
out of
Anyway,
10.
whatever. I thought I
You
had
got
1.
2 out of 10. I'm
Harry
proud
is
of
the
you.
Master Chief.
Harry
He is the
is
Master
the
I am the
Master Chief. All right, Russell, take her away. Everybody, it's time. It's Steamy time with Russell. Steamy review time.
Oh, I like that.
You like that?
We
Okay.
need a shower scene.
Yes.
All we need is like a shower
Yeah, we
scene.
need we need Steam to come up.
Comes open, and there's
Ooh.
Russell, and he's like,
I love that so much. Oh my gosh. Russell, please. Take your camera.
Sorry.
Go back to the bathroom right now.
I completely tuned you guys out. One of my friends just sent something to me.
"Oh, you shouldn't have." 'Cause that was
I'll tell you guys about it after we're done, because I don't. The podcast doesn't need a sorry we're talking about drugs warning.
Weed's hitting good tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. So Black Myth Wukong. This guy gave it a thumbs up. This is what peak gaming looks like, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, reject humanity, embrace monkey.
It's good advice for Planet of the Apes.
Command and Conquer Remastered Collection. The cutscenes are like watching old porns without the porn part.
They actually are when you think about it.
they kind of.
Those
Particularly when you get to the Red Alert games, actually.
Yeah.
But
What was
That's
it,
really
Tanya?
good.
Tanya the
yeah. Okay, BioShock Infinite. You know it's going to be a good game when you find shotgun ammo and a banana in the same crate. I actually kind of picked this one for Fraser. Blasphemous 2.
Oh god.
The easy parts are easier, the hard parts are harder, the weird Catholic stuff is weirder, and even more Catholic. Buy it, dummy. By the way, maybe I shouldn't even ask you how you're enjoying the DLC. Have you finished it?
Dude, I haven't even got to the DLC yet.
Oh, you haven't? Okay.
Oh man.
Oh my
That's
God.
right. You had to buy the game.
I had to get the code that I got was for the full game.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. And I told you have fun because you've literally just picked the Dark Souls of two. Like it is literally Elden Ring in a 2D side scroller. Like that's basically what it is.
Dude, I stand by my statement of I fucking hate Metroidvanias.
So that probably doesn't help.
I am so confused by it.
Oh.
I'm like, I need to go up here. And so I jump, and like the jump just doesn't quite make it. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? I need to go that way. And then I have to go backtrack, and then I have to fight everything again. I'm at the second boss. That's where I'm at. And I'm smashing my face against a wall.
Again, you didn't pick just any Metroidvania. You picked the Dark Souls. Like I hate it when people are like, "Oh, this is like the Dark Souls of meh." But no, you picked Dark Souls in a 2D side scroller. Like that is what that is.
Apparently, Dano was telling me that if we had gone with Steam, they were giving out save files for completed base game.
Wow.
So you could then play the DLC, and I was like, nah, fucking, I want to get some achievements, boy.
So you should have.
The downfall of Fraser.
Yeah.
I wish I would have been part of that conversation because I would have told you how stupid you were.
Oh yeah, I know. I now know how.
Uh-oh, everybody froze on me.
Second blasphemous.
I got you.
What's up?
You guys froze on me for a
back?
while there, but you're back. You're back.
Okay. We have a second Blasphemous 2 review. Thumbs up. This guy's got 44 hours in, which is important for some reason at this point. I wish Christianity was real.
Ow. Ow.
There's a lot of Catholicism in in the original Blasphemous. I haven't actually played much beyond the demo for 2.
Yeah, there's a lot.
That's crazy.
Some of it's pretty rough.
Oh yeah.
Okay, you know what? That one's for Resident Evil 7. I'm gonna save that one for last, because if there's one flaw in these reviews, I've done a bad job of like building up to like one that really should be good. So I'm saving that one for last. Death Stranding.
We didn't talk about Death Stranding today.
I cannot believe we missed it.
On Xbox.
It crossed my mind as we were
Actually,
sitting
now
there.
that I'm thinking about it, yeah, actually now that I'm thinking about it is the reason I picked this review. But
and it's crazy because we shaved off a story too. We're still running way over. Okay.
So Death Stranding. They gave me a code for this game with my new graphics card in order to express how my delivery guy felt during the delivery. I'm so sorry, bro.
Are you guys buying it? Is anyone buying it?
Yeah,
on Xbox?
I'll buy it.
I got it for free on Epic Games last Christmas or the Christmas before.
Yeah.
It literally broke the
bought
Epic
it,
Games
I'm 2
launcher.
hours in, and I haven't even started it.
Yeah.
Just cutscenes.
Yep.
I mean that's not, and actually,
yeah,
actually after you get past the cutscenes, like you still haven't really played any of it for a while. To be fair,
I've finished it. Like I've got the platinum trophy thing for it on Windows, but I loved it so much. I can't wait to get stuck back into it. When they let Kojima cook, he fucking cooks, mate. He goes and just does some weird ass shit, and I am so here for it.
I'll probably get into it.
I don't get. I personally don't get the appeal of the game. But anyway, Monster Hunter Rise. I like to brutally murder animal species for a cool hat. Okay, so that's the end of that. So let's go back. So Resident Evil Biohazard or Resident Evil 7 or Biohazard Resident Evil if you're in Japan. Yes, they did that. That's a thing. This guy gave it a thumbs up too, so keep that in mind. Gave me flashbacks to when my parents were still together. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
That's right. This is the first time Harry's experienced the awesome. Like, so do you game on PC, Harry, or no?
A little bit, not often though. No, so that's the often CDs.
Not enough to go down rabbit holes like this. Yeah, no. The Steam reviews are insane.
So much fun.
Yeah, people are weird. There's one guy, he's got like 200 reviews. Every single one of his reviews are, no one's going to read this. So for every, every like I get on this review, I'll take a shot of hot sauce or something. And his reviews, of course, have like thousands of likes.
Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Well, let's go ahead and end it right there, and we can talk about Death Stranding later.
Apparently.
Why don't we all play it, and then we'll talk about it next week?
Yeah, I'll probably dig into it after Christmas, like during the slow season, because I've heard it's a game like for meditation, like get into it and just kind of like so I'll probably do it in like slow season at work, because right now
it's on sale right now, 50% off. So
for the next like 12 days, I believe.
Yeah.
Yep.
Again, I have it on the Epic Game Store, and it's boring, and I'm not doing that.
Got him.
Y'all have fun.
You mean you didn't like the bleeding whales in the sky and throwing grenades of feces at people?
Or the dead baby fetus?
Yeah. Right? That's why I'm here. I want to watch Norman Reedus take a shower.
We spoiled Fallout 3 for you last week, Steve. Now we're spoiling Death Stranding for you. All right.
Yeah. My God. A fucking like 20-year-old game. Steve, you're going to have to try harder than that. Sorry for you about that.
Well, Harry, thank you so much for staying up late with us tonight.
No, thank you guys. This has been brilliant. I've been really excited to do this, and I hope I can do it again.
Oh
this
my gosh,
great.
We would love to have you back on for
definitely.
Okay, awesome. I'm getting tired because now I'm starting to stumble over my own words. See you guys next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to go check out Russell's YouTube page, Fraser's YouTube page. Do you have a YouTube page?
No, not yet.
Harry doesn't have
got
one.
The socials though. Go check those out.
But yeah, go follow him on X. We will make sure to link his account in the description below. So go give him a follow. Have a great day, everybody, and we'll see you next week.
Ciao.
Hi.
We are closing. And